Hello, I'm Johnny Move Madman and I'm back. And today is extremely exciting for me because today I get to share with you one of my first ever favourite films. This is back in the day when I didn't really see a lot of films, so it's quite easy to have a favourite film. And this was my favourite film for years as well. Very long time. This was my number one. It's quite easily my favourite Steven Spielberg film. Today we're going to talk about Empire of the Sun. Now, just a Blu-ray, this one, can't get it in 4K. This is probably one of the most underrated / overlooked Steven Spielberg films, considering it was made in the 80s. There are a lot of really big Steven Spielberg films that came out of the 80s. Raiders of the Lost Ark, E.T., just to name a couple of them. And everyone rants and raves about those films. They're like, oh my god, E.T.'s so good, and oh my god, Raiders of the Lost Ark is so good. You're like, that's great. I'm not saying they're not, but this is never really talked about. Maybe that's why it's not in 4K as well. You can get E.T. and all the Indiana Joneses in 4K, but no Empire of the Sun. So Warner Brothers, could you release Empire of the Sun in 4K please? Because I want to own it. Thank you. So to start with, this is Christian Bale's first film. This is the back cover for you as well. John Malkovich is also in the cast of this. Ben Stiller is also in there. So if you want to see a 1987 Ben Stiller, Joe Pantoliano, if that's how you say his last name, the guy that was in The Matrix, the first Matrix, that portrays them all, he's in this as well. Miranda Richardson is in there too, and Nigel Havers, if you know who he is. Some of you may not, but I remember him from TV shows. Yeah, so we're going to have a look at the disc here. Very exciting, black and white disc in there for you. It's nice, isn't it? Don't shoot me, but I'm pretty sure this was the first. I'm pretty sure this is the first war film that Steven Spielberg directed. It might be the second, but I'm pretty sure it's the first. It's before Saving Private Ryan and Schindler's List, anyway, and Bridge of Spies and all the other war films that he's made. He's made quite a few war films for Steven Spielberg. I don't know if I would go as far as to say that this was better than Saving Private Ryan, because it's a completely different aspect of World War II. This focuses on a small boy who's played by Christian Bale in his first acting role as well. And he gets separated from his family during a riot in the streets during World War II, and he ends up in a Japanese prison camp, and it's the story about how he survives and how he gets home and all that sort of thing. It's 2.5 hours and it's absolutely amazing. There are so many things I could tell you about how good this film is. Christian Bale is probably the number one thing about how good this film is. You look at his performance in this film and you just think, this guy's going to go a very long way. And to be fair, he has. When you look at some of the roles he has taken on since this film, obviously he's played Batman, obviously he's played American Psycho. I'm pretty sure American Psycho is based on a book written by the guy that wrote this, but again, I could be wrong about that as well. I probably could have done a little bit of research before I did this video, but I just didn't, did I? Sorry. But yeah, like I said, Christian Bale's absolutely amazing in this. John Malkovich is absolutely brilliant in this. You don't really notice Ben Stiller, to be fair. I mean, he's there, and you might look at the film and be like, is that Ben Stiller? Like I did the first time I saw it. Well, actually, to be fair, the first time I saw it, I probably didn't know who Ben Stiller was, and then I watched it years later and I was like, wait a minute, that's Ben Stiller. Anyway, the story of this is absolutely compelling. It's very emotional, but at the same time, it is very good. You've got to like a very good story. It says it's based on true events, as you can see on the bottom there, which basically means that it's based on World War II, which actually happened. But the story within the film, I'm pretty sure didn't happen. I don't know, I've not read the book, to be fair, but I'm pretty sure that the story of the small boy being separated from his parents and all that, I mean, not that there probably were kids that were separated from their parents in World War II, so maybe it is based on an actual story. I don't know, do I? Sorry. I loved this film from the first time I saw it. Every time I watch it, I think, I wonder why this isn't my number one. It probably should be very close to the top of my number ones, because I've got more than one. I have two lists now, you see. I've got my top 69 and my top 25 films that have made me cry. That way I could put The Elephant Man at the top of one and Midsummer at the top of the other. So this is definitely on the list of films that made me cry. I do like to cry, to be fair. So it's Empire of the Sun for you. If you haven't seen this film, go out of your way to see it. If you like a war film, if you want to see what Christian Bale was like in his first film, if you want to see a 1987 Ben Stiller, John Malkovich, Miranda Richardson and Joe Pantoliano, they're all in it. So it's definitely worth your time. It's definitely worth 2 hours and 33 minutes. It's definitely worth buying. It's definitely worth looking for on streaming, but I doubt it is, because you know, they don't like showing really good films on streaming sites, do they? So this probably won't be on there. So that's it from me for today. We're filming, well, I say filming, we're recording our new podcast tomorrow, so that's exciting. So hopefully you'll have a podcast on Friday. If not, I'll probably do a review of the new Speak No Evil for you on Friday instead. So we'll see how we go, won't we? I'm going to go now though, so you don't have to listen to me talking anymore. If you could like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'm going to fuck off. Okay? Goodbye.